Hey folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into my 12-inch G.I. Joe collection. Obviously, these are not my 12-inch G.I. Joes. This is my Wallo toys. These are the figures that I can't seem to open fast enough when I go on my goodie haul runs. But these guys are not the focus of the video, but these guys are. And these are my 12-inch G.I. Joes that I collected during the mid to late 90s to the early 2000s. And I'm in the process of moving, and these guys were originally stored in my garage, but they are now going into storage. And before they go into storage, I wanted to shoot this video to at least show you what I had collected when I first got into action figures seriously. Now, as I mentioned, these Joes are from the mid to late 90s during the 12-inch G.I. Joe revival, and they are based off of the original G.I. Joes from the 60s and 70s, before the Real American Hero line in the 80s. Unlike the Real American Hero G.I. Joes, these guys did not have individual personalities. Well, some of them did. But the majority of them did not, and there was really no storyline, and they really just represented periods of time, mostly from the military, some of them from the adventure team, and there are some figures that were recreations of actual living persons, and this is the figure line that really got me into collecting action figures. But let's go ahead and get started, and let me show you some of these figures here. First up here we have a B-17 bomber crewman. This was part of the World War II Forces collection, a subline of the 12-inch Joes, and it looks like I had purchased this on clearance at Target for $18. And you can see here the original price was $30. So these Joes were not cheap. These were really geared for the adult collector. And for $30 back in mid-90s, I don't know how much these guys would go for now. Maybe $45 or to $50 if they were released today. But taking a look at the inside here, you can see here bomber crewmen. Most of the Joes in the 12-inch scale really had cloth goods for uniforms, had loads of accessories here, and you can see this recreation of a leather jacket is kind of neat. And even it comes with the briefcase with probably maps on there. I don't know because I haven't opened this guy on here. And a lot of the boxed versions of these 12-inch Joes also had an extensive description as well, which is kind of neat on there, and great artwork as well. On the back of the package here you got other Joes in the line here. It's kind of neat. And taking a look at this one here, this one is Francis S. Curry, a Medal of Honor recipient, and Hasbro had created a subline of the World War II line for recipients of the Medal of Honor. And this particular set was the first in the series. And take a look here. You can see this one has a unique head sculpt in the likeness of Mr. Curry. And you can even see here, they even have a recreation of the Medal of Honor on there. It's very, very cool on there, and also all of the uniform and equipment that he had, I guess at the time that he earned the Medal of Honor on there. Pretty cool. And of course a description of Mr. Curry there. Another looks like another World War II collection here of the Tuskegee bomber pilot, which is very, very cool. Oops, excuse me. And you can see some of the details here. I really love that cap. That's very neat on there. And you got the the shades there, and another faux leather jacket, you could say, and also some accessories there. Very, very cool. Of course, more description there. And next up is the actual figure set that got me into the 12-inch G.I. Joes. This one I saw on an end cap. I believe it was Target. And this one is the one that actually got me hooked into the line. And I remember paying about $50 for this set. I don't know how much this set would go for now if it were released today. But you can see this one is not a true recreation of the 60s Joe. This one looks like from the mid-90s there. And you can see this particular figure is from the Big Red 1, 1st Infantry Division. And the Normandy invasion even has a recreation of the newspaper there. It's kind of cool. And you can see all the equipment that he had carried with him when he had stormed the beaches on there. Even has his waders there. Very, very cool. But this is the set that actually got me into the action figure hobby. And here's another one based off a real live person. This one is on the shuttle astronaut, Robert L. Crippen, from, I believe, the Space Shuttle Columbia, the first shuttle into space. And you can see Robert Crippen there with the space helmet there. Even has the, I guess, the air box. I'm not too familiar with it, but and I guess a tank in there. Very, very nice. And it looks like I had more than one of those. I had two of those here. And let's go ahead and switch to this tub here. And this one here is the Tuskegee fighter pilot from the World War II line. And you can see a description here. And this one's just slightly different. This one doesn't really have a leather jacket like the bomber pilot. There's a cloth goods jacket, very neat. And it has that, I guess, oxygen mask, and I'm not sure what that is, inflatable, in case he crashes into the water on there. But that's very, very cool. I really like that. Let's see what else we have here. We have a later G.I. Joe 12-inch from the 35th anniversary. This one's from 1999. And this is the Delta Soldier on there. Even comes with a patch. It's kind of neat on there, and some accessories. That's really, really cool. And looks like I have a Barbie here, because I was a follower of the Kings in the 90s when they were semi-decent. So, and then here's another real-life based person immortalized in Joe form of Buzz Aldrin, the second man on the moon. Very neat. Really like the suit there. It's very, very cool. And we have here a U.S. Airborne Ranger, a Halo parachutist. And this one was from '96 on there. And there's a description there. And you figure here, and you can't really see the details on the figure because of the helmet and the mask, but these figures came with different variations of hair color, skin color. So if you really were a completist of this line, you would buy different versions of the same set. And I did buy some different figures from the same set, but I was not a completist at the time because these guys were just expensive for me when I first started collecting them. This one here is a Navy aviation fuel handler on there, and you can see pretty cool setup there. I really like that on there. And there's a description there. Some of them I was able to find on clearance, like this one here. I was able to find for $10, and this sticker looks like it was from what's this store? Shoot, I forget the name of the store. Wait, it used to be. Oh, shoot, not the store, but Big Lots. It was the store before Big Lots, but this one here is the U.S. Navy Blue Angel on there. And you can see details even on the flight cap there. It's very cool. It looks like a scarf there, even the helmet. That's very nice. Very, very cool on there. And Hasbro not only made male figures, but also female figures, or G.I. Janes. And not the movie with Demi Moore, but they actually had a G.I. Jane figure. This one is the U.S. Army helicopter pilot. They also had a nurse, which was a recreation of the, this one's based in 97. The nurse based off the original nurse in the 60s or 70s. And you have here the U.S. Army helicopter pilot. And you can see here, this was one variation of the helicopter pilot with darker hair on there, a nice helmet on there, and a nice uniform there. Very cool. Now on to the next bin here. This is an accessory set for the classic collection with the newer head sculpt figures on there, and you could see this one is for the Navy SEAL on there. Very cool on there. And there's the back of the card here. They call it mission gear. All the different accessories. Very nice. And Kenner on there. And this one here is the G.I. Joe action pilot from the mid-90s, I believe. Yeah, 95. And you can see here, now this particular sculpt is closer to the original Joes from the 60s. You can see the style there. And this is the pilot on there. And looks like I have another pilot here. And this one's just a different hair color on there. And this one was a 50th anniversary commemorative edition. It was actually numbered on there. Next up, we have another World War II forces collection for the 442nd Infantry soldier, the Nisei soldier. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But this one here represents a soldier, the Japanese-American soldiers that served in the U.S. On the U.S. forces, and I believe the 442nd Infantry was the one with the most Medal of Honor recipients, I believe. I'm trying to remember off the description here. I can't read all that to you now, but this is just from what I remember reading of this description here. So that's kind of cool, and I like the jacket on that guy. And this one here is a Foreign Soldiers collection, which is a recreation of the original Foreign Soldiers set from the 60s. And this one here looks like a Japanese Imperial officer on there. You can see it's got the flag, the uniform here, and some accessories as well. Very, very neat on there. And looks like I have here an accessory set or battle gear for the Doughboy, a World War I soldier set. It even has a pigeon there. And you can see some utensils, grenades, hat, all kinds of neat stuff. And here's a Doughboy soldier to go with even more accessories on there. Very, very neat. Even the uniform is quite nice. And it looks like I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna break this video here. I'm about halfway through the bins, so stay tuned for the next part of the video. Thanks for watching.